Hello and welcome back to the Half Thumb Homestead. And no, this is not how I cut off my thumb. Today we're going to discuss the Smart Stand Sliding Barn Door Floor Roller Guide. You could probably also use this for an upper guide, but it's made up for the floor itself. Basically you would set up your rollers, mount it to the wall, then adjust them to make sure your door was level. There's 8 different configurations you can put this in according to the description in the website, but I'm sure you'll probably figure out a whole bunch more. The nice thing about this one, it has the flush bottom. The nuts are captured in here, so you can put this together, put this on, tighten it down, or put this in, tighten down that 9/16 nut there, and then your rollers should still spin. If you tighten this 5/8 down too much and then tighten up your 9/16, the bolt will stick out the bottom of the nut, it'll contact the floor, it may bend this up, and the rollers won't spin. So the suggestion I have when you're out there before you install it is to set it to where you want it to go, figure out what your configuration is with this roller, and then take it all apart, make sure your underside nuts are on there as you set it on the floor and slide it up into the wall, because you'll need to use your screw gun to put the screws in the wall. It does come with another baggie of screws. This is for obviously drywall if you don't have a stud in the area, and the screws to put into those, or you can just run these directly into the wood, which I'm going to do outside on my cedar. I have a cedar barn door I made to cut off my pool equipment to cut the noise out. It also has these screws. They're smaller than these other ones to allow for just one roller on here. If your door is real close to the ground, you don't need the height. So that's why I recommend you going out and setting this in place and kind of configuring it how you like. And we'll get into that in just a little bit. It takes a 9/16 for the bottom nut and a 5/8 for the top one. I do have some gear wrenches here. These are Husky made. They are too thick to fit into here to tighten that up. So I went and grabbed my CRAFTSMAN ones here. They're just enough. I do have some Harbor Freight China made 4590s that get in there even better because they're thinner than this. But again, you need a thinner wrench to get in here. I'm not sure about gear wrenches themselves, but the Husky gear wrench won't get in there when the rollers are stacked up there. You probably can get in there. You force it in there if you had to. But I would just say get yourself a thinner 9/16. All right, let's go out to the barn door and set this up. So this is the setup I plan on using. I made one out of wood a long time ago, and it finally broke. So I'm obviously going to take these 2 things off. I'm going to screw it into this piece of wood here, and then I'll put these back on, making sure that the underlying nuts are on there so I can put my rollers on. And then it'll stand off from the door or from the wall a little bit there. And then I'll adjust this roller to not be too tight. I don't want it to like squeeze it. I'd like it to have a little bit of room in there to move back and forth, but I don't want it to have a lot of room. So that's my plan. So the first thing I had to do in order to get the door to go back far enough was remove the stop up here. Took the stop off, rolled the door back so I could get to the screw down here to get it off. This is the chintzy cheesy one I put in a long time ago. I made just using my table saw and a bunch of different cuts, and my wife broke it, so we had to replace it. So you'll need to use either a number 2 or number 3 Phillips tip for this. Number 2 fits real good, number 3 fits just as nice, so it doesn't make much of a difference which one you use. Again, we're going to take these off. Just going to set them aside because it's the configuration I want. And these are the nuts that you got to make sure are in there when you set it upside down. When you put it in the water, in the ground here, make sure that they get inside your track. So when you're up against here and you screw it on, you can start your bolts. So that's where I want it to be. I'm going to use the number 2 tip here. I'm going to put the bottom one in first. It should self-center pretty much. Again, if you're using drywall, you drill a small hole, you tap in the drywall fitted pieces. There we go, there's one. Now we're going to put in the other one here. You can pre-drill if you'd like. You want to make sure it's level to the ground. So, got them both in there and tight. Now we're going to start the stack up I made earlier into the first nut. And I'm going to put it up all the way against the edge there because that's where I want it. I'm going to take my 9/16, set it in there, and we're going to tighten that up against the bottom there. So now that won't go anywhere. We're going to thread in the other stack up I made here with the big 2-inch roller on top. Again, you don't have to use this roller. It has another one of these spacers in there, and you can just use the small spacers, but I wanted the roller, so. I'm going to bring the door up about where we want it. Again, you don't want it to sandwich and squeeze that. You want to have a little bit of play in there. That's about where I want it. And we're going to tighten up that bottom nut. There we go. And let's see how it works. Couldn't be any better. Got a little bit of play in there, not too much. And that's it, man. Then put your door stop back on and you're done. So, check in the description below for all the stuff I've used in this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Check out my other stuff. Thanks for watching. Half thumb out.